Right? How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now we are here to talk about Ten Hag promising new signings after a preseason really came to an end in USA America with a loss of 3-0 against the side of Liverpool. Welcome to this channel. He has talked about injuries and how they are planning to return to Manchester to prepare for the side of Manchester City. I think this is the most exciting bit of the club of Manchester United, that we are having a manager who can speak, a sporting director who can speak, a CEO who can speak. We are having a core minority owner who can speak, and very many others. That is the beauty of all this. So we thank God for the gift of life and Allah. Hope you guys are really having fun, and let's obviously continue to put in the shift as really required. Now we are here to obviously talk this, and let's obviously kickstart and really bring you the best of the best as this really goes on to the mod. Now we are being told that Simon went ahead to ask Erik Ten Hag that if he's expected to make changes to his squad next week or two. He said, it's always difficult to say. We hope. We're always looking. This new leadership team is really eager to do business, to make deals. They are on it. And he said, but we have to wait. If the timing is there, if the opportunities are there, I can't say it. I can't say in this moment, but I'm sure when they are there, we will go forward. So Ten Hag is sure of new signings. That is it. Ten Hag is sure of Manchester United new signings and feels like we are gonna obviously get those signings in. And obviously, he has to be saying that. Do you know why? One, first and foremost, Manchester United has already gone ahead to agree personal terms with 4 players, and it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of meeting the realistic evaluation of those players as far as their price is really concerned. Braithwaite, personal terms agreed. Everton want between 65 to 75 million pounds. The other one is all about a guy called Ugarte. Personal terms agreed. Mazrui, personal terms agreed. Matthias De Ligt, personal terms agreed. And for me, that is a very huge plus, because it really sends us into a level of not being slow like snails when it comes to obviously agreeing personal terms and really doing the deal. And the good thing is that they've gone ahead to negotiate this deal with these clubs, and these clubs know, and United exactly know what these clubs need. Not like how we were in the past, where United puts in bids, they get rejected, and then we slow the process a little bit. You understand? So, as it stands, for me, Ten Hag is really sure of new signings that are really going to be coming in through, and he knows the process and what is really being worked on under the carpet. That is it. And if you read in between the lines, it obviously shows you that he's really positive. And if you watch that game of Liverpool very well, you saw to it that if you have Ugarte in that midfield, Matthias De Ligt in that central defense, and maybe Mazrui, it's a different vibe altogether for the side of Manchester United against a big team. Meaning that if we really get in 3-4 players more, we can become that threatening side of a team that many teams don't want to face. And that is what Manchester United has always gone ahead to thrive at. And I believe that it's just a matter of time. Get in those players, though it's really very disappointing that out of all the players we signed, one was in the preseason, he got injured, Lenny Yoro, who had looked a very good fit into that central defense, and is going to miss out. He's going to be out for like 2-3 months of this season. But we are having other players to come in through, and we need to really get them in as up. And those injuries that we went ahead obviously get yesterday have to send a message to the side of Manchester that things should happen. But returning to Manchester, they are already on the plane. They are flying to Manchester, and we anticipate that the best of the story will be very, very, very colorful as far as our transfers are really concerned. Now, on injuries, Ten Hag really had the following to say. We have to see what has gone. We have to see what has gone on. The assessment, of course, with Will Fish, is it an impact injury? We also had to sub Evans at halftime because he was ill. Lindelof was a precaution. So yeah, there are some injuries, but we have to see how bad it will be. So for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, looks like everything is really okay with him, because most of us were worried that if Bissaka limped off the field of play and is really injured, then how can he really make that move to West Ham that can really orchestrate, or catalyze the move of him to the club of Manchester United? That was the big worry. But finally, Ten Hag is going to talk about the players that got injured, and it's Will Fish, John Evans, right? For Lindelof, it was precaution, and we are waiting to see how things are really going to happen. So that is really relief bringing to everyone who really knows about it. And let's obviously wait and see how things are really going to pan out into the mix. So as it stands, I think we are good to go. And all you have to pray for is that get Amrabat in, get Ugarte in, get Matthias De Ligt in, get Mazraoui in. If we get in those 4 players, I believe we will be good to go, because for Matthias De Ligt, he knows exactly what Erik Ten Hag calls for, and can easily partner up with Lisandro Martinez, right? As we wait for Lenny Yoro to come in through and really put in a shift, because if we don't really get this out of the way, likes of Lindelof's, then that means you won't really get in other players. But the players are really very positive, and the injuries have to impact the speed at which United goes in for new signings into the market. That is it. So that's what you're really having in through from the side of Manchester United, and Erik Ten Hag speaking about the injuries that the club is going to hit, obviously, gate. But it has to be a wake-up call to look out for what is really causing the injuries, because last season it was the same thing, and we might be accumulating the same number of injuries this season. You understand? So we have to find a reason as to why injuries are this rampant at the club of Manchester United. Then Ten Hag, on returning back to Manchester, he said, I think the group and staff, everyone has done a great job. I'm very pleased with the efforts they put in. We came together and brought on our game model. Now we have to fly back and recover, because it's tough, especially these days. He concluded by saying, such a tough game in the end, but you learn a lot about your team. There is a big game. Now we have to go and recover, then prepare for the game. Talking about the big game, he was talking about the game of Manchester City that you're going to be playing next. Today is what? Today is 4th. That is on Saturday. On Saturday, Manchester United will be playing against Man City, right? And will be playing in the Community Shield. Big game that will require big brains, big players, and players with big mentalities to obviously take shape into the mix of this. So that is what we had in here, and it has been an opener for us about what Erik Ten Hag thinks about this team, and I think that's going to obviously throw some huge light onto those that think the way they do about the club of Manchester United. So I'm really anticipating more signings, as Erik Ten Hag is going to be sure of signings coming in through, and no one is really going to stop us from really getting in those signings, because I believe it's just a matter of us moving on players. And if you can move on Scott McTominay, Lindelof, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I tell you, those 4 signings will obviously come up and really show us exactly what they are bringing to the table at the club of Manchester United. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Ten Hag promising new signings, right? And after him promising new signings, we have to obviously understand exactly what the injuries are all about, and everything I was going to say about us preparing for the game of Man City. So guys, we sign out for now. See you later. And may the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, may Allah shower you with unlimited blessings. First video of the day. Remember, we ended the day very late, and yesterday we did 5. I know we are gonna do the same number of videos today. Let me go to salon and get back to working mode. Ciao, ciao.